Hello, good day. So we're going to be getting going on to day 36 of blueprints. Before we do, I want to just go over a few things that I'm going to, target working on versus things I'm not. So first of all, I have not made much headway like in decoding of the books. I know which books, but in decoding what page and word numbers, I'm not getting different things I'm trying is not leading to a sensible like overall phrase. I'm expecting like four words that will come together and like give me a message. I'm not really getting that. So I'm going to put that as I'm beating my head too much against that. So I'm going to put that aside for the moment. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment on the presumption that maybe, I'll have a brighter idea later or another clue will come around or something. So things I can work on. I know I can work on the safe codes. I can find the other safes that I still haven't located because we found one. Oh, I didn't write it here. I thought I did. We found a safe. Well, first of all, this should be capital just for consistency's sake. I found a safe in the drawing room. I thought I had written that down that I hadn't previously known about. But I'm looking for like 8 total between, if we count small gates, 8 gates crack, 8 safes. So I'm looking for like 8 total. So if I count the small gate as one of them, then I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there should be more safes and or small gates to, discover, right? And then each room or near each room should be the clue to solving it. So I think the last time I was in the drawing room, I stared at those drawings forever and I did not get the right combo, but I think it's doable. But I can go back to like the office and try that one again. I can go to the study and try that one based upon what I find in those rooms and then try to derive a date from that, because it turns out that the date code for the safe in the boudoir was based upon a photo in the boudoir. So, so I'm going to work on safe codes potentially. Other things I want to work on, the sanctum. I did not spell sanctum correctly. Let me fix that. The sanctum, we are told, has 8 doors with 8 keys. We know where the sanctum is. It's down in the underground. It's where the lever is to open up the door to room 46. And this is something we can actively work on, opening these doors. The reason we can actively work on is this is the clue for those, where those keys are found. So we know the first key is found here in the furthest rank. The first key is actually in room 46. I've picked it up. I've held it. I just didn't have enough steps in that day to get back to the sanctum to use it. So therefore I, lost it and I'll have to go, acquire it again. So that's a goal we can shoot for today, is to get the first sanctum key to open up the first door of the sanctum, right? But we also know like the second key is locked tight in the vault of a bank. So that's probably going to be like a safe deposit box key. So if we get a safe deposit box key today, we can try to draft the vault, take our luck, see if it happens to be the safe deposit box with the key to the sanctum. Third is high up among the clocks. I'm assuming that's the clock tower. So if we have the opportunity to draft the clock tower, I'll go back up there and just look around again. I had looked previously and I didn't see like a key, but maybe it's just I didn't look in the right spot. So we'll look again there. The fourth down below, beneath all the docks. Oh, if you can't see what I'm referring to, let me increase this. Excuse me, I'm just reading off these lines here. Fourth down below, beneath all the docks. I'm going to have to drain the reservoir in the underground, but I've been thinking for a long time that I need to drain the entire reservoir, but I might not. I might need to just get it a low enough level, or at least see what that does for me. So if I get a pump room, I have to get a pool first so that the pump room is added to the draft for the day. But if I can get a pool and then get a pump room, I could try emptying out the reservoir into the fountain area, you know, blah, 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 and get the reservoir as empty as possible and see if that opens up more areas for me to walk down and explore things. Like maybe I don't need to, I might need to drain the entire reservoir at some point, but I might get partial progress by just partially draining the reservoir. So that's something to try, including, you know, finding down there a key to in the sanctum. Fifth key is held by a king on his throne. That one I'm not as certain about, you know, but okay. The sixth in a station left by one of our own. That might be a metro station, so I might have to actually leave the grounds at some point to get that. The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. I am wondering if that has to do with Count Major, key the fourth, or not Count Major, key, Major so-and-so key, major something key the fourth. He's in one of our pictures, but I won't hold you up. But anyway, or if it has to do with like in the music room, like major or minor key, so it might be hidden somewhere in the music room or something. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. So basically, I have to like get the rest of these maybe, and then I don't know. But the point is there's at least a few that I could potentially go after presently. I don't know enough about this ransom note to do, or this, to do anything about this at the moment. But this is something I can work on. I could also potentially find the clues, you know, look for clues to, you know, a person taking a trip, or, you know, a route, presumably a relative of mine, or, you know, an associate of my granduncle, doing some sort of trip of 8 realms in 8 months, and what order they did it in to work on this. But that's more nebulous, right? This is more concrete. The safes are more concrete. Those are like concrete things I can work on today. Yeah, so that's and the gallery is another one. That the gallery, since the last time I tried the gallery puzzle, I ran across a clue in the glossary of terms of all places, which pointed to reading the descriptions of all 4 puzzle rooms, and they each one would like basically give a hint to the word of the title of the painting. And so I found some 5, 6, 7, or 8 level words in 3 of those descriptions, and I want to at least see if those are words that can be keyed in. They might not be the right word, but, you know, are the letters there to make those words? So they're words to try. So if I run across the gallery, I'll just try those and see if they make sense. Like if they can be keyed in, like if the letters are there and those words can be keyed in, then is there a pattern that I can deduce from that based upon the artwork and those words, from the descriptions of the puzzle rooms? Can I deduce what the logic behind the gallery puzzle is? So that's another thing I can kind of actively work on. So that's where I'm headed. That's what my thoughts are presently. Let's get going. I'm going to start this up, and then I will need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, as history has shown that anytime I do not put my phone on Do Not Disturb, that is when someone decides to disturb. Any other time when I'm free to be disturbed, that's when they do not disturb. You know, it's just, it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, we're going to start day 36. Now, I don't think I'm starting anything special. I don't think I drafted the sauna day 35, so I think I just will have 70 steps. I didn't get the freezer. So I'll probably have 2 gems from the gemstone cavern. And then my allowance is, yes, 70 steps, 2 gems from the gemstone cavern. And my allowance is up to like 13 or 15 at this point. 13. Okay. So let's go pick our outbuilding for the day. What I'm also going to do when I come back is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to I'm going to do a couple things down there, and I'll explain why. Okay, if we did classrooms, we'd have to do 6 classrooms in order to get to classrooms 7 or 8, which are the only new classrooms. So that would be, basically, we'd have to devote our entire day to classrooms and nothing else. I don't know that that's really what I want to do for today. This lets me spend steps instead of gems, but then I could run out of steps real easily. Let me think about that for a moment. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. So what I've decided is I'm going to do the tool shed today. I don't normally do the tool shed, but I'm going to do it because 2 special items. We don't know, how what those items are going to be. We'll find out here in a moment, and how useful it's going to be to our day. But it gives us a head start. We get 2 special items here, so we don't have to dead end a closet early on in the day to get items, because items are useful. But also, I just don't want to. This is really powerful, but it's more powerful in a day after I've had drafted the sauna. When I'm starting the day with 90 steps, this is more attractive than it is right now, because I'm trying to get all the way to the. I'm trying to get the antechamber unlocked, which takes exploring around to find the lever to do that, and get into the antechamber, get into room 46, then get a key, then get all the way back down to the underground to use it in the sanctum, and then and potentially do other stuff along the way. So if I'm spending extra feet instead of gems that whole time, then I'm going to run out of steps really quickly. So that's not what I want to do today, and I don't want to spend my whole day only doing classrooms. Basically, I'd have to do nothing but classrooms. Get gems because classrooms require gems. Get gems and draft classrooms. This was basically, I would have to devote the entire day to this strategy. So I'm going to skip both of these and just take 2 special items. That's the thinking there. Okay, so metal detector, always useful. Helps us get more coins and keys during the day. We always need more keys, and more coins is never bad. And there's a second item somewhere. I just don't see it. Oh, the watering can. Okay. First time you enter each green room, use water to gain 1 gem. Oh, okay. Limited capacity, 3 water. Okay. So, okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to go down the well because one thing I want to do is I want to fill the well with water. But before I fill the well with water, yeah, if I get the opportunity, I want to fill the well with water while in the process of trying to drain the reservoir if I get that opportunity. So, but before I drain the reservoir, I want to open this door because in theory it should allow more water, allow more space for water, right? To like come in and fill up some of this space and let me drain more of the water. I don't know, it might not work that way at all, but that's the thought. And then also because I want to try to get into room 46 today, I'm just going to go ahead and take the opportunity while I'm here to just go over, oh, not here, sorry, go over here, and momentarily push this out of our way, and go unlock room 46. Go pull the lever for room 46. This is a waste of steps if I never make it to the antechamber today, but I am going to try to prioritize making it to the antechamber today. So, this is a conscious choice to prioritize my day such that this is not a waste of steps. And I realized I could do this from the foundation, but there are times that I can't get to the foundation and I can still get to the antechamber. So that's one. But also, by the time I get in the pursuit of trying to find the lever that will open my way to the antechamber, I generally get pretty far away from the foundation. So it's like it can be a bit of a detour to go back to the foundation. So I'm just go ahead and spending the steps now. I might be the wrong decision, but it's the decision I'm making. This way, if I do get the antechamber and I get the sanctum key from the antechamber, I will have to make it all the way back down, either through the foundation or through here. But in order to get to the sanctum, but I will have to, do that. That won't have to be a round trip. That can be like a, towards the end of the day, just go down one more time. Open the door to sanctum, see what happens, call it a day kind of thing. All right, so we're leaving that door open. I'm hoping it stays open because I opened it. And so then if I can fill this with water, that should drain the reservoir maybe a little more than it would have otherwise. That's the thought. But it does mean I am now entering the house and have 55 steps from the 70 I started with. So I spent 15 steps already. Okay. I do think it's probably best to just start on the side. Parlor will get me gems, which is good. The quest bedroom would, give me the whole, would be nice for today, but I don't want to dead end that soon, right? It's nice for obvious reasons, but I just don't want to dead end that soon. Oh, a key. Thank you. See, metal detector is already paying off because it gave us a key we would probably not have otherwise. This box is the black box. That is a false statement. This box is the blue box. That is a false statement. Ergo, this must be true. The box that claims to be black has the gems. So this one has the gems. That was it. That was easy. That one for today was easy. Easy peasy. We can do the library. I don't know. I don't know we have a particular need for the library, but I don't necessarily want to spend the gem on the courtyard right now, other than we have the watering can, right? So we have the watering can. So if I spend a gem, I get the courtyard, I get the gem back. But it just gives me a doorway here and here. The library gives me a doorway here, and I can already get to here from the entrance hall. So other than the fact that this might have some dig spots and I'm not looking for a shovel today, I don't think there's really a benefit trading gem for the courtyard. Might as well just do the library and request a book. There is one book we have yet to read. We bought it. Architectural Digest Volume 4. We bought Volume 5 and read it before we bought Volume 4. So this is the last one we haven't read. I don't think there's any of these I need to re-review, at least not without having a magnifying glass. We've read everything and taken screenshots of most everything, so let's just request that one there. I'm going to take a quick tour upstairs. This tour upstairs never really accomplishes anything, but it just gives me peace of mind that they did not pick today of all days to put a trunk up here or put a gem up here or something, right? Yeah, so I don't have to have that wiggling in my mind later. Okay, vault is tremendous. It would be 3 gems. It would give us 40 coins. It would dead end that path right there. This is a dead end. This takes 5 gems that we can't afford because we only have 4. It would give 8 gems in return. So if I had 5 gems, this would be awesome. But I don't have 5 gems. So I can't do the trophy room right now. I don't like spending 3 gems this early on, but 40 coins and a vault. And if we get a safe deposit key, we would want the vault, right? This dead ends us. This leads to this corner, which I'm going to consider effectively a dead end. But I mean, I can't draft this one anyway. So between these two, these are both dead ends. So I have no option but to dead end. So I'm going to do the vault and just take all that lovely money and hope that I can buy gems and discover more gems soon, because I'm down to 1 gem. And I'm down to 2 accessible doorways off the entrance hall, so I'm going to be backtracking here in a moment. Is there anything else going on here? We know the vault is white work, right? I have that down in my notes already, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay. So there's a white work in the vault. We are told there's a key in the vault. I am assuming it's in, like there's a sanctum key in the vault. I'm assuming it's in a safety deposit box, and we would need the safety deposit box key in order to get it, in order, you know, open up and get that sanctum key. I don't think it's just lying around, right? Yeah. Yeah, and there's like, none of this stuff is like openable or anything. Nothing's doing stuff as I click it. Saturday, December 12th. So we have, you know, game days wise, we've been playing and we've been in here a while, but we are no longer racing to try to inherit the estate. The estate is ours. We did accomplish that. So now we're just, yeah, at our own devices as many days as we want to, you know, play. All right. Let's go this way. Commissary. This would be my last gem. But I have a lot of money. If I get a showroom, I will have wanted that money for other things. But the commissary might be selling gems today. I'm trying to think other ways to get gems. I mean, we already did the parlor, which gave us 2. And if we go to green rooms, yeah, we can get a gem with the watering can, but it also costs gems to get into the green rooms. So that's a bit of a wash. It's actually many times worse than a wash because it will cost 2 or 3 gems to get into a green room, and then we get 1 gem back from the watering can. So I have to hope that I can buy gems, basically. I have to do the commissary and hope I can buy gems. Even though I want a key and go over here, I'm think it's more critical that I... Ooh, no gems. I'll take a sledgehammer in case we get some trunks, because trunks can have gems. For sure. And a magnifying glass, because if we run across clues. I'm not at the moment going to buy the running shoes or the sleeping mask. I would consider the sleeping mask because I would end up with bedrooms at some point. But do I want to spend 8 coin or try to get a showroom or a locksmith for keys later, right? Well, I am going to have a difficulty with steps today, so let's just go ahead and get the sleeping mask, because otherwise I'm probably going to be buying food from the kitchen. So this might be more efficient in the long run, depending upon how many bedrooms I go through. All right, fine, we'll do the sleeping mask. But not the running shoes. I'm not paying for running shoes. They've never been that useful for me. So from here we can get to here. So if here I could dead end. I'm not going to do the kitchen. I don't have gems. What would be funny is I could do quest bedroom, get 10 extra steps, and add, you know, the quest to increase our allowance, and then have this one doorway and then this like dead end somewhere, and be like, oh, my entire day, only this, you know, like boom, done. But this is worth, because of the sleeping mask, this is worth 15 steps. So I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, and it gave us a compass. That's nice. And is there anything else? Or was the metal detector just about the compass? Metal detector might have just been about the compass. The compass increases our chances of north-facing rooms. We're trying to get to the antechamber today, so that is good news for us. But now all of our hopes rely upon this doorway. Okay. It has to be the dining room. Dead end. Dead end. It has to be the dining room. Might not walk all the way back here to eat, but it's an option. But it was the only room that would not dead end me, you know, in my day, right? There was nothing to pick up here. There's no trunks or gems or keys, and I'm missing. Metal detector wasn't going off at all. Right, okay. So now there's a little more space because now I can branch this way and this way. That's not dead end. I don't have a gem, so I can't do that. If I do the bedroom, I get extra steps and I'm heading this way. It won't connect me to foundation, but I can't do anything about that. So yeah, it's this or in my day, essentially. Yeah, because I can't do that. So it's either this or in my day. We're not going to end my day, so we're going to do this. One of these times I'm going to, I mean, I've had bad days that have been short, but, you know, not due to like an error, but like just, you know, bad luck, you know. But one of these days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just, I'm going to click something. I'm going to click the wrong room when I'm going back and forth and deciding between, I'm going to accidentally click on a dead end room and like in the day, like super short and call it a mulligan day, you know. Let's hope that today is not a mulligan day. But we got a reroll die now, which is nice. We still don't have any gems though. Den will give us a gem. Hallway would give us a key. A gem is more important than a key at the moment. Spare bedroom would give us more steps and lead us over here, but I do want the gem. I'd like to also do the hallway again later for the key, but we're going to take this gem. If only it would give me trunks. I bought this sledgehammer. Give me trunks to bust open. Right? And I need more doorways. I'm like one doorway at a time again today. That's dangerous. All right, hallway gives me a key and then lets me go straight up. Chapel will take a coin, but it gives me two doorways here and here. Secret passage would use my only gem, but let me choose something. I would probably choose either Great Hall. I would probably choose Great Hall, but then I wouldn't have keys to find the lever. So it might be too early for that, because I could quickly run out of my last key and then be stuck in the Great Hall with no doors that I could open, and then that would end my day. Key and go up, or let's do two. This would cost me a coin. Oh, I could do the redraw, but I'm not gonna. This will cost me a coin, doesn't give me a key, but what it does is it gives me two doorways, and I need some extra doorways. Wish my metal detector would go off and give me like another key or you know, I mean, it could give me coins, but I wish it would, you know, just go off and give me another key. But okay. Yep, okay, so we're gonna go this way first. West Wing Hall is nice. Oh, garage would give me 3 keys, but it would dead end me and take my remaining gem. Yeah, no. Closet, bedroom closet. It would be 4 items if it's drafted to join to a bedroom, but it's not at the moment, so it'd be 2 items. One of those might be a gem, but it's a dead end. West Wing Hall gives me a doorway here and here, so then now I have 2 doorways going up, so we're going to do that. Just because I was feeling in a corner. The metal detector is going off. What am I missing? Oh, it's just a coin. Just a coin. Okay. So we're going to go down here first because it's going to be a dead end room regardless. So yeah, storeroom. Yeah. Perfect. Storeroom's perfect for that spot. Perfect spot for a storeroom. Couldn't have been a better draw on that corner. Or on that, spot. Give us all the resources. Yep. Cool. Now, I've got 2 keys, 2 gems. That's better. Reading Nook gives us another key, gives us another library, and it'll also let us get another library, which would let us read the drafting manual. Right? Veranda would cost 2 gems. We'd have the watering can, so we would get a gem back. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms on the veranda. But I'm not really doing a green room strategy. At some point in time, if I get a special key to the secret garden, I'll have to like hunt a secret garden for maybe open, the lever. But I'm not hunting like just green rooms in general. Like I'm not just trying to draft a bunch of green rooms in general. I don't really want to do the dark room. I mean, here's the thing. I like the doorway up. That's the thing about the veranda is it gives me a doorway going up because it can get to this spot from the chapel. Whereas if I do the reading nook, then I'm getting to the spot from here. But it does prevent me from having to walk back through the chapel and lose another coin. So we'll do it. And then the library, if the library turns around this way, the library goes like this, boom, boom. So if the library goes boom, boom, I'm done for the day. So if I do the reading nook, I have to not do the library that it would give me access to, because then that would end my day, because it would shut up my doors. I'm going to do the reading nook for the key, and then hope for something more useful or better utility than the library. So I'm forgoing the ability to read the book that I just requested. Because yes, if I... Oh no, they turned the library around on me. That works. If I do this, that works. Well, it certainly works better than... Well, observatory would also work. I don't know what the observatory benefit for today would be. It would cost a gem. Don't want to spend the gem. I don't know what the observatory benefit's going to be. Unless it's a bunch of gems. How many stars do I have? Oh, shit. Is it not going to tell me? I have to remember. Ooh. I'm just going to do the library. Yeah. And then that gets us going back up again. But it also gives me a book that I can read and screenshot and all that. Ooh, we get a gem. Perfect. I will thank you so much for that gem. That is very kind. Go up here, just eliminate, the upstairs yet again. Yep. Okay. So this is the drafting 4, and I'm going to be screenshotting this. I guess I need to start at the title page in case there's clue information in this book. I have to get all the pages. So. Okay. My screenshot hotkey is acting up again on me. Tools of the trade, taking issue with inventory. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their vision and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complement your drafting techniques. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we will dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade that can enhance your favorite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From classic compasses and T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, the variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. To navigate this diverse landscape, regardless of whether you are a seasoned professional seeking to refine your toolkit or a budding draftsman searching for a basic set of instruments, the following articles will provide invaluable insights and guidance for architects of all levels. All right. Items that affect special floor plan costs. Gems. You can't have a conversation about drafting items without starting with gems. These valuable stones allow architects to draft special floor plans. Stopwatch. A more short-term, very short-term alternative to paying gem costs is utilizing a stopwatch to bypass any gem costs you encounter during a frantic 1-minute drafting dash. Ooh, I've not encountered a stopwatch before in a 1-minute drafting dash. Jeez. Okay. Emerald bracelet. Of course, if you're wealthy enough to be able to afford to purchase it from the showroom, this very high-end luxury item removes the gem cost of special floor plans altogether. Okay. Repellent spray. But why remove gem costs when you can just remove the whole room? Repellent spray can free you of that annoying floor plan for up to a week. Okay. Ivory dice. Dice are a resource that allow you to re-roll for new floor plans while drafting. Brass compass. A useful drafting tool that adjusts the orientation of floor plans. If a room has another exit, it will have a high chance to lead north. So that's why the library was rotated on us, because we had the compass. And that was good. Silver key. The orientation of floor plans matters a lot less when rooms have tons of doors. Silver key all but guarantees that your draft will result in a room with enough doors to ensure they lead where you want them to go. Gear wrench. The first item that can adjust the rarity of floor plans in the draft book. Although it only works on mechanical rooms, it's a useful tool for customizing your experience. Not encompass the gear wrench either, or the repellent spray, right? Emerald bracelet I wasn't able to afford last time I saw the showroom. Ornate compass. Another one I don't think I've seen. Another luxury item from the showroom. Yeah, okay. And likely the most, yeah, I saw it, but I couldn't afford it. And likely the most useful drafting tool on this list. Ornate compass allows you to rotate floor plans as you draft them, allowing you to position doors to your advantage. That is cool. I mean, that, you know, we've had that ability with the blessing, right? But it's rotated really only once. That if we could freely rotate and as much as we want, that'd be cool. Glue, grease, and guts. I'm waiting for the screenshot they need. Crafted from the depths of resourcefulness and innovation, contraptions are makeshift creations. Wow. The screenshot really doesn't want to take. Finally, jeez. Sorry. Okay. Back to the reading. Crafted from the depths of resourcefulness and innovation, contraptions are makeshift creations born from the fusion of two or more distinct tools. Through soldering, taping, and a liberal amount of hot glue, inventors can use the workbench found in the workshop to bring together disparate elements to forge something far greater than the sum of its parts. Blind experimentation is often the most rewarding avenue for true innovators, but for those crafters who need a bit of inspiration and guidance, we have included a list of common contraption components to kickstart your creative journey. And it tells me contraption components: battery pack, a component 3 contraptions, shovel 3 contraptions, metal detector 3, broken lever 2, compass 2, sledgehammer 1, lockpick 1, coin purse 1. I've yet to know what the contraption with the coin purse could be. Magnifying glass 1, and then a special one that they're not telling us about, a component in one contraption. Okay. It's about time for an upgrade. We know about upgrade discs. We use them. Yeah, we know most of the information in this book already. That's why I had skipped from 3 to 5 initially, but might as well read them all. Perhaps the most exciting item an architect can come across is an upgrade disk. This floppy disk houses a wellspring of unique architectural plans designed explicitly for a specific room. By inserting the disk into a computer terminal, architects gain the ability to shape the destiny of a room guided by the enticing designs contained on the disk. This myriad of options not only allows architects to craft floor plans that align with their preferred strategies, but also enables them to adapt their creations to evolving project requirements. Furthermore, the upgrade disk's array of plans ensures that no two architects will follow the same path, fostering a landscape of diverse architectural designs. So they're saying that 16 total disks have been issued, and I forget how many I have found. The storeroom, we've upgraded to this storeroom here. The courtyard, we have upgraded to the courtyard. The nook, we have upgraded to the reading nook, and that was a wise choice on our part, I thought. Tool tips, tricks for itemized success. Come on, screenshot me. I'm sitting here waiting for the screenshot thing to kick in. Thank you. Windows can be so annoying, I swear. Okay. Stringing together adjoining hallways has always been the most straightforward strategy when using a hall pass. Drafting floor plans like tunnel and secret passage are an easy way to set up longer chains of hallways. You can adjust the settings in the terminal, locating security. We do this all the time to make security doors more or less common. If you haven't found a key card, it's worth changing these settings to high. And if you haven't, you may want to set them low, which is exactly what we do. For the endeavoring gardener, a watering can, which we have at the moment, is a fundamental tool. But did you know you can refill this item with water? All you need to do is find a faucet with running water. Cool. Most green rooms can only be drafted along the edges of your house, and the secret garden is no exception. You can use this key on any locked door leading to one of these room positions. Okay. If you have come across any fancy ruby socketed candlesticks, you may want to take note in case you can find an item that can produce a flame. These specific candlesticks contain mechanical triggers that are tripped when the candle is lit. Oh, that is, I did not know that. See, this is new information. And we know how to build a contraption that starts a fire, but we have yet to use those on these candlesticks. Okay, that's probably how we reveal some safes that we've yet to find. Oops. Okay, so we're kind of at the end now. Word from the editor. Tools are cool, but they are, sorry, only as good as architect who harnesses their capabilities. As you finish reading this issue of Drafting Strategy, I want you to open up your menu and look at your inventory. Take a moment to look at each item, contemplate the true potential they all hold. The same potential you see there is the same potential that resides within yourself. For it is not the tools themselves that will sculpt the grand structures and monuments of tomorrow, but the deft hands and brilliant minds of architects like you. See, I thought we were barren of an estate, but apparently we're barren of an estate who's also a long line of magical architects. I say magical because we pick a floor plan and the room just materializes and then doesn't stay there for tomorrow. I call that magical architecture. But anyway, once again, we're down to one doorway. This is our only doorway. I opened up some new ones and then immediately, closed them off. So we have no choice. We have to use a key. If we didn't have a key, we'd be screwed. Gem requirement 2 gems ballroom, but then it sets our gems to 2 gems. So what would happen is I have 3. If I did the ballroom, it would go down to 1, but then I entered the ballroom and it'd go to 2. So it cost me one net gem to do the ballroom. The weight room loses half our steps. The bookshop, we don't have any more books that we want to purchase. It would cost a gem and it would lead to the corner. Or I can redraw here. I don't think there's anything more in the ballroom unless there was a hidden safe in the ballroom. I'm a bit doubtful that that's the case. I'm going to use my redraw. It might be a mistake, but I'm going to use my redraw. Ooh. Dead end. So we're doing the observatory. Reading our tea. It's observatory whether we want it or not. Again, I'll go upstairs just to rule out that there's nothing magically appearing up there. And there is not. I am not doing so well today on any of the goals that I stated prior to starting the game. I was like, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do. We haven't done any of that. We are not getting to the antechamber. We are not getting the gallery. We are not. We got the vault, but we have not found a safe deposit key. So there's a lot of stuff that we have not done. We haven't got the office or other safe rooms. Ooh, gems. Oh, all kinds of gems. I should have done this earlier when I had the opportunity. 2 pairs of chests added to the entrance hall, and we have a sledgehammer, so we can bust those open. This is a good day. This is a good day for. Oh, nice. I wish one of these was a key, but that's fine. All right, so I'm good on gems. I'm good on money. But I'm still at 1 doorway and only 2 keys. There's nothing else. Well, I can go all the way back to the entrance hall and bust open those trunks if I need to, but it's a big detour. So let's not do it unless we need to. I've got a key, right? So let's use it. We knew we wanted the pool. Yeah, we know we want the pool. Because we want to try to get the pump room. Oh, I never did buy the trunks, which were going to be a permanent addition to the pool. I never did buy those trunks from the gift shop, so... So we're still at only one doorway. Last key. Servants' quarters dead ends us, so can't do it. Courtyard gives us 2 doorways. Corridor just lets us up here, but courtyard gives us a doorway here and here. Sometimes there's a trunk in the courtyard, but regardless, because we have the watering can, we should get the gem back. And with 2 doorways is better than 1, so we're going to do this. We're going to use the watering can, get a gem. Well, look, ask and you shall receive. There's a trunk. Give me keys. Lockpick kit. Not quite keys, but I'll take it. Less useful later on when the doorways are too high, you know, up here. It's like the lockpick kit is less likely to work, but, you know, we'll try. So we're going to try going over here first. Oh, not locked. Okay. Cloister. Rotunda can rotate. This is 3 gems. We would get a gem back, so it's 2 net gems, but it gives us more doorways. And I don't want to do the weight room, so we're going to do the cloister. I'm hearing the thingy, but it might refer to something in the center of the cloister that I can't get access to. So, oh no, there's the coin. That's what's setting off the metal detector. All right, so let's try to go over here. I need to find keys, is what I need to do. Find or buy keys. Passageways, more doorways. Office spreads coins. Office also has a safe we could work on. But I think I need the passageway because I need to try to get down here and over here. I believe. Okay. We are going to try to go down. Ooh, gallery. We wanted to try our hand in gallery. Oh, Great Hall, though. I have no keys. Great Hall without keys is essentially a dead end. I want to try my theory on the gallery, so we're going to do the gallery. I could do the laboratory, but then that would dead end me. I mean, I could start an experiment, but it would dead end me. And I don't know I'd get another opportunity at gallery today. So we're going to do gallery because it was one of our stated potential objectives. So here was the thought. So according to the glossary terms, the puzzle rooms, which have these puzzle icons, and there's apparently another one here. The descriptions of them contain words, and in the glossary of terms it said, oh, and isn't it coincidental that some of those descriptions are the same number of, that's the same, there's as many puzzle rooms as there are paintings in the gallery, and that the descriptions contain words that are the same number of letters. So here's the thing, blah 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 of parlor games to encourage his guests to think. We already know that thick, Thick, you know, fits on that 1 5 letter. So we'll think fit. We'll try think. And then this says blah, 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 ponder, which is 6 letters. So we can try ponder. And there's a P on that piece of artwork. So maybe that has something to do with ponder. And then gallery itself has blah, 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 realize, which is 7 letters, right? And we've got a 7-letter one. And oh, I think I just thought of a pun there. Ooh, this will be exciting if this works. Okay, so first of all, let's see if we can do think here. I thought of a pun on the description of realize. I'll show you here in a moment. And if that's pun based, I mean, we already know that this game likes puns, or our granduncle liked puns. Oh, it did let us do it in, so it's going to let us do think, which is awesome. Oh, shit. Yeah, that worked. See, it did a thing. Think. Is that a pun on... Fuck me. Excuse my language. Thick with a thin K. Thin K. Think. Thin K. Oh, man. See, that is the kind of artsy, out-of-the-box creative thinking I don't normally do. But here's what I realized when I reading the description of gallery, and it said real eyes, that this picture, which is 7 letters, has a bunch of eyes. And it says actual objective, like, you know, your real objective, or your genuine objective, or your veritas, like real eyes, genuine eyes, real eyes, actual objective, real eyes. So I think this is realize. I'll be surprised if it's not. This has got to be realize, because it's just too good a pun. And realize is like, you know, you think, you realize stuff. It's in, you know, it's in that whole contemplation realm, right? Of type words and puzzle solving, you know. You think, you realize. Yeah, it's gonna be realize. Yep. Look at that. Perfect. So then this one probably is ponder. P. I don't immediately know what ponder, what the pun is there, but I'll figure it out here in a moment. First, we'll figure out the pun after we determine that it's the right word. So pun, that's an O, right? I think that's the O. Oh, no, stay there. Oh, awesome. We are making progress on the gallery, which I never thought would be the case. Perfect. That clue in the glossary of terms was clutch. That was a clutch clue. So, what's the pun here? A ponder. P is on. I mean, it's like on this wagon of stuff. On der. Oh, you know what this is? We have a photo of this. All of this stuff. The wagon, the rose, the apple, the fire hydrant, the stop sign. This is all red stuff. But this is red stuff. This is the reflection of red stuff. So if this is red, this is der. This is a P on der. P on der. It's stupid. I don't think it's a great pun, but that's what it is. It's P on the reflection of red. This is red. P on the reflection of red. Der. And part of helping us remember that all this stuff is red is like the rose, wagon, apple, fire, all of this. I don't know about this. We know stop signs are red, but the rest of this is all like in the room 46. We have a screenshot of it, and it's all red, and it's all sitting there together, which made me think it was related to this painting, and it is. It's to just remind us that all of the stuff in that wagon, the wagon and all the stuff in it, in this painting, that it's all red. Because it looks black and white here, but it's actually in real life all red stuff. So it's P on red, or der. Reflection. So that works. So then we just have, and this gives us, ooh, 2 gems. Thank you. I hope this gives us keys. It might just give us more gems, but I hope it gives us keys. So what is this? This is going to be a pun, and it probably have to do something about thinking. Think, ponder, realize. Contemplates too many letters, right? C-O-N-T-E-M-P. Yeah. Contemplates too many letters. Think, ponder, realize. Are those in order? Do you think, and then you ponder, and then you realize, and then you do what next? Or are they just all terms related to, solving, puzzle solving, cogitating, ruminate, is ruminate, ruminate might be 8 letters. I don't know what the pun would be, but let's see if ruminate will go here. It's looking good so far. Oh, I'm liking this. Yeah, it's got to be ruminate. Yeah, it's going to be ruminate. I really don't know. I'll work out the pun after we do the solve. But yeah, this is ruminate. Yeah, oh, perfect. So what is the pun? Ruminate. Okay, room. Oh, this is, we learned in the classroom that this is how they do their 8s. They do their 8s sideways. So this infinity is not an infinity, it's an 8. Room in 8. I'm not quite sure the pun there. It probably has something to do with this sideways 8, because that's how they do it in the classrooms. They show up. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then for 8 they just show that infinity symbol like you see here. That's the 8, and then it's 9, 10. So this is how this is meant to represent 8, I guess. So something and then room might refer to the room. I'm not positive. Ruminate. I'm not positive the pun there, but it worked. We solved the puzzle. Ooh. Ah. We found the key to room 8 in the sanctum. So we need to go to the sanctum today for sure. Awesome. Oh, cool. All right. And then we can continue on. That's worth the day, honestly. I have to keep enough steps to get back to the sanctum, but it's worth the day. I want to get to the foundation. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. That sucks, but it gets me to the foundation. Oh, the ballroom also gets me to the foundation. It costs 2 gems. But this is a heavy penalty to pay, so we're gonna do this. We'll do the ballroom and hope that there's something in the ballroom that's worthwhile. Is it possible for there to be a safe in the ballroom? I don't see where there would be room for the safe. A safe in the ballroom. I have screenshot these. I can look over them with magnifying glass, but I don't think there's anything new or different here. The piano keys don't seem to be interactive. The bench doesn't open up. Yeah, so if there was like a safe, it would be like maybe in the piano or open to buy the piano, but I don't see a way to manipulate that. Now, in the drawing room, oh, 19, Simon, in Eclipse Ballroom, 1952. So it's a year, it's not a month, day, but it is a date. So so there could be a safe here, and the code could simply be just 1952. Because there's a picture in here that gives a date, that makes me wonder if there's a safe in this room, maybe behind one of these curtains. How am I going to find, or is there a way to manipulate that piano? Maybe I'll just click every, I'm gonna waste time. I'm gonna click like everything. I'm clicking everything. I mean, it should give me a hand icon if it's interactable, but I sometimes miss that hand icon. So I'm just like going around trying to click everything high and low. Yes, is it possible for there to be a save in this room? It might be that the date is super easy because it's off that photograph, but the hard thing is actually finding the safe, right? Like, you'll know the code once you find the safe, but can you find the safe? That's the real challenge. All right. If you think I'm here clicking every single key of the piano, that would be silly and a complete waste of time. I couldn't possibly be just sitting here clicking every single key of this piano. I wouldn't be wasting your time in that fashion, obviously. All right. Well. I'm trying to see if there's anything in reflection of the floor. That would be a hint. Alright. If there's a safe in this room, I can't find it. Alrighty. I tried. I really tried. Okay. So we are finally at the foundation. That lets us do a couple things. First of all, we can get to the sanctum, which we'll do a little bit later. But it also opens up this area over here where hopefully I can find more keys. Attic. Don't have enough gems. Shoot, because that's 8 items, including probably a number of keys. Great Hall again. Some of those doorways might be pickable with the lockpick set. So let's do the Great Hallway and see if we can find keys in the Great Hallway itself. Plus, we know there's a lever there. And I don't want to lose half my steps. Between these two, I think it's an easy call to do the Great Hall. I'm not going to do key 8, but we will try the lockpick kit. Nope. Nope. Oh, I was really hoping that the lockpick kit would work on some of these doors. It's not going to work on any of them? That will be super disappointing. Oh, okay, there's one. Basically, oh, okay, you can get to another room. Oh, I shouldn't have activated that yet. I don't need a pantry. The kitchen would cost a gem. It opens up this area here. Don't want to do the archives. I think I'll do the kitchen just because it gives me a doorway over here. But we're not going to step into it yet because we're still looking for which of these doors can we open. Might only be the doors that are going to lead to next rooms, not the doors on which... Ah, it's not even that one. So not even this one. Or this one. So just this one was the only one we were able to pick. So... Alright. Guess we're going to the kitchen. I need keys. If I could get a locksmith. I have money, so if I could get a locksmith, that'd be great. Wait a minute. What's it giving me? What's it metal detecting me about? I don't understand. I don't know what's setting off this metal detector. Right here, that is. I mean, I haven't entered. Maybe it's just the kitchen itself. What? It's driving me nuts because what is it detecting? I'm burning steps. Oh, is it just detecting stuff in other rooms? behind other doors? Is that what it's detecting? I don't know. Let's go find keys. I really don't know what it's detecting. Okay, so what's the... Yeah, I'm not gonna buy steps at the moment. Keys are my issue, not steps at the moment. One gem for the drawing room. We could try the drawing room safe again, but it gives me doorways here and here and rerolls. So that's the more important thing. But it would be my last gem. Terrace, green rooms do not cost... I've already used the watering can twice. Oh. This would dead end me, though. We'll do... Oh, I can refill watering can. We'll do that. Nice. Because with the pump room, we turn water onto the kitchen, so that's useful. I need keys. So we know we can access the safe by doing this. I just don't understand the code for the safe. Something to do with these photos. Wait a minute. I thought I had counted 15 on the old man small gates, or 14 previously, and now I'm counting 15. That changes all my guesses, right? Is it 15? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't... So previously I had said 14. That's what I have in my notes, but apparently I had miscounted. That might mean I have to revisit a bunch of previous guesses and just go one number higher. Because it's 15 from him and then 4 from the woman. So is that 415? We'll try 415. Oh, shit. I had tried. Okay, so it's 4 because there's 4 women with small gates. And then there's 15 men with small gates. So it's 415 because 15 is not a month, but 4 is. So it's month day. And I had previously tried like 414 because I'd miscounted the number of small gate men, old small gate men. I'd counted 14 when there was actually 15. So that was my bad. I should have solved this last time. Get a gem, which is good. I need keys as well. But now we've got envelope 6. Awesome. So let's get ready to screenshot this. Well, I'm going to screenshot the outside of the envelope because they're doing the numbers all different. Between 7, 4, 6, they're all different. That's great. 15. Dearest Mary, which is Mary and Marigold. I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout this all, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize that fact. We are Simon, so I'm presuming Mary's our mom, I believe. Everyone who knows you understands this. Either that or our aunt or something. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the inequity of their parents. So she is our mother. That's what I was thinking. So Mary and Marigold is Mary Jones, is our mother. I, of course, write you all this in the hope that I can set your mind at peace when imagining the worst case scenarios. Not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary, I have few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday, which she was not, because we are older than that. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. So she's fled to the East, which makes sense. No, it doesn't. We're in the East. So she should have gone west. Anyway. As for me and you, I have already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very likely our last. I am too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I am too attached to the home our family has built up. Room by room. Yes, I have a strong premonition I will be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself would never accept. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride I feel now to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Basically, I think the sacrifices are there, like rebelling against the oppression of the Red Guard, the regime, the government of Fenaries. Farewell, my Marigold. We may, his pet name for her and her pseudonym. We may yet meet again, your Uncle Herbert. Very sweet. And we've got it captured. Cool, we solved that safe. I'm going to make a note of that. So then. For small woman gates, 15 small man gates. So it was 0415. And we solved that safe code. Awesome. All right, productive day, productive day. We need a key. We need keys. Let's try going down. I like that we have a gem again, but we need keys. Keys and gems. Walk-in closet costs a gem, gives us 4 items. One of those items might be a gem, but also you might get keys. So we're going to do the walk-in closet. I'm not going to redraw this. I'm not going to corridor this. I'm just going to Hail Mary for some keys and gems. Coins, 2 gems, so it's +1 and a coin purse. No keys though. Shoot. I really need keys. But now we're at 2 gems versus 1, so not a bad trade-off there. Key card, but that doesn't give us keys. But neither does this. I really want a locksmith is what I want. None of the doorways I've run into so far have been access card doors, so I don't know that the code check is useful at the moment. Spare bedroom would give us more steps. Might have a key in it. Emphasis on the might, because it would just be a random drop. It's not advertising that we'll have a key for us. This is a free redraw. I can only get off the drawing room, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Bedroom closet, 2 items. It won't be 4 items. Let's hope those items are keys. No key. The game has decided that today you can do the walk-in closet, you can do the bedroom closet, you can do this, you can do that. We're not going to give you keys. But I can go back to the entrance hall, bust open those trunks that are there, and those might have keys. That is a lot of walking, but I don't necessarily see an option. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 steps to get to the entrance hall in the hope that there are keys. So before I do that, what I'll do is I have to unwind anyway. There's nothing more here. I'm going to try all these doors again just to make sure, but there's nothing more here I can pick. So after I exhaust all that, I will go straight up, try these doorways, see what I can get to without a key, probably nothing. You know, try over here and here, right? Like, what can I access without a key? And then, because I'd have to come this way anyway, right? So this is on my way. But if I could get one higher, then I could trigger the dining room so that when I go back through here to the entrance hall, I can get replacement steps for that, you know, for the big, huge detour I'm making. That's the plan. And the question is, do I want to buy food in the kitchen? I was hoping to avoid it, but at this point, yeah, I'm not going to buy those steps right now because I still want a locksmith or a showroom. And those can be expensive. That'll come back to bite me. And I want, what is this stupid metal detector going off about? But regardless, I'm just verifying again that I cannot open any of these doors with the lockpick kit. I got the lockpick kit from a trunk, and I really wish I'd given me keys instead. Lockpick kit is like kind of good sometimes, but not when the doors you need to open are up here, or even or doors off the Great Hall, right? Because the Great Hall has a lever, it's not going to let you open those easily. So we are going here, and then we're going to go to the ballroom. If there's a safe in the ballroom, I still don't know how to. I'm not going to waste even more time trying to get to it or trying to figure out where it is. I say that, and then here I am trying to. I'm so glad that we solved the gallery puzzle today. That was so annoying. Does mean that we know that ruminate will be in the description of this room whenever we are room 8, or room 8 is the last puzzle room, and we don't know what it is, but in its description we'll have the word ruminate. We know that. And I still don't know what that pun is. I still don't get that pun. Yeah, I wish I understood the pun. Room in 8. Room in 8. Oh well. The other puns I got. I like puns, but I'm not an abstract artsy thinker, so the puns have to be a little more obvious for me to get them. Ooh. Well, do not want to do that. Can't afford to do that. I guess I will have to redraw here. Spreads keys throughout the house. Possibly. Last time it was like 2 keys total, but 2 is better than nothing. So we're going to do the locker room. And then if we got a bunch of keys, we could use them in the locker room, but the locker room itself, you know, requires like keys. Doesn't let me use my lockpick sets on them at all or anything. Yep, yep, yep. If I had done this before I did the locker room, all the keys would appear here. Yeah, we'll do the conference room. Access card, doorway, okay. Ooh, pump room. We want to do the pump room. Absolutely, we want to do the pump room. For multiple reasons. It's dinner bell. It's okay, so we can't get through this door without an access card or without the whole... Yeah. That's fine. But what this allows us to do is play with the whole reservoir shit. Or play with the... We're going to try to drain as much of the reservoir into the fountain as we can. Okay. So... we need to, let's see, the fountain is 1. So that goes over there. Oh, I need to select the fountain. Then go over here with this. Do that. Okay, and then we'll do the okay, so the reservoir, we need to empty the reservoir into, which is 2. 2 can go the same place. So now we will do that. And we will do that. And then I'm going to go back to the fountain. We're going to try to okay, and then we do reservoir again, and okay. What this does is there's still 2 levels in the reservoir. We can't get rid of the, mathematically, there's nowhere to put those 2 levels because these are both full. Everything else here is full. mathematically, we can't get rid of those last two levels until we somehow figure out how to get this thing online, which I don't know how to do. So, but we can see, what we can see is, we can see just how much difference that makes to the reservoir. When we go to the underground, we can take a look at the reservoir and see, oh, can we get further? Can we make some sort of progress having partially drained it? Okay, but now we're going to wind back and we're going to look for keys along our journey. Hopefully a metal detector will alert us to keys when we go into rooms so we don't pass them by. I'm not gonna, well, should I do these doorways? Not yet. I still want to get to the antechamber today, but my chances of doing so are kind of limited. Security card. If I do the code check, I can get that security card. If I could get any terminal, I could log into the security office and set the key card settings and then get a utility closet and turn off power and get through doorways that way. But I need to get keys before keys and hopefully more gems before I come back up here and do these doorways. That's the thought. Oh, there's a key right there. Okay, awesome. That's one key. And then did not see a way to get a shovel today, so another key. Perfect. No metal detector. I don't think there's an extra key placed here. Another key. Perfect. I'm loving that. We're getting keys now. We should be able to eat at the dining room, open these trunks, maybe get some gems, and then come back and do things. Doubt they would put an extra key in the storeroom, so I'm not going to try there. Takes a coin. I'm okay with that for the moment. I've got coins to spare. I just want to make sure I don't do wrong turns. I don't want to be I've in the days like 1 or 2 steps short, and had wasted, steps earlier in the day on like going the wrong way. And that never feels good. So being extra cautious about that. Okay, so yes, we'll eat our meal. It could be more if we had an aquarium, but I'm not gonna, you know, bother with that. Eat the meal, then I will go down to the entrance hall. There could be keys placed here or here or here or here, but I'm not necessarily going to go to those rooms. I'm going to, you know, stepwise. So let's see what we get out of those trunks. Gems and keys are what I want. Coins. Coins are not worth the steps at this point. A gem, a key, and more coins. Okay. I really need a locksmith. Okay. Commissary just has running shoes left. That's not useful. I could go parlor, library, see if more keys were dropped there, but that feels like a waste of steps. So instead, with the 4 keys we have, we'll go back up. Yeah, see, the great hall only helps if we would have to find the lever and it would open this door, and that only helps if I can get from here to here, and I can't do that through here if I don't have an access card. So what I really need to do is like come up and try like this doorway is kind of a priority. Wait a minute. If I do, oh, I flooded the fountain, so I can't. Oh no, but I can still get back. I can still get underground access. So is it fewer steps to go through the underground to the foundation to the ballroom? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Versus if I go outside, let's call that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It might be just easier to do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try I'm gonna try going from the outside. So this is what I'm talking about. So if I come over here, so we can't go through the fountain anymore because that's full of water. That's fine. But we were wanting to go to the underground anyway, but we're just going to do this in a slightly different order. Because if I come through here, this would get me to the foundation. Oh, I don't have it. I can't. No, it doesn't get me to the foundation because I don't have an access card. I can't summon the elevator. Shoot. Okay, that was a waste. I better get out of here before I burn too many more steps. I forgot. I don't have an access card. I can't summon the elevator. I'm wasting steps. Bad. Oops. Bad. Forget that I did that. I wasted steps. Ugh. If I needed to eat from the kitchen, I would do that off the foundation to the Great Hall to the kitchen. Okay. I forgot. With an access card, I can't. Yeah. Summon the elevator. That's right. Miscalculation. That was a bad miscalculation. I wasted steps. I hate wasting steps. All right, it's going to take a coin again. That's fine. I've got plenty of coins at this point. Back to the west wing. Back here, over here. So I'm interested in things that go up here if I could get a secret garden. I know I have a great hall, which would potentially open this doorway here. So I'm more interested in, can I get this way over to here than I am, can I get from here to here? Okay, so with a limited number of keys, all right, so what's the deal here? Okay. Okay. Security would use my last gem. Please be a key and not a coin. It's a coin. Okay. Two gems, three keys that I've missed. So there's three keys I could go hunt down. Okay. And two gems. That's good to know. That is good to know. So what I need to do is do this. Set security level low for the moment. Set offline mode to unlocked. Confirm setting. Back. Let's do a. Let's get a lab experiment going. Office would spread coins. I don't need to spread coins. So let's do lab. Experiment setup. Open a locked trunk. An archived floor plan. I don't want to lose steps at this point, so I doubt any of this is going to happen. Set dice to 2, sure. I don't think we're going to trigger this experiment today, but that's fine. So then, yeah, what can I do? Maybe I should try to get. I don't have any reroll, so that let's hold off on that choice. I've got to go to the kitchen by steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Buy me some steps. Try my keys in the Great Hall. Yeah. I don't see any way around it. I might fail at this late stage, but I've already accomplished some things today. But I need to be able to get to the underground and use the sanctum key I do have. So I have to have enough steps. I have to reserve enough steps for that. I can't lose sight of that as a critical consideration. Well, I wonder if my metal detector is going off at stuff that I could dig up, but I don't have a shovel, so the ability to dig up stuff is irrelevant at the moment. Or having places to dig up is irrelevant at the moment, I should say. But no, it seems to be like, hey, going off right here. Oh, because this... Oh, there's a key right here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 doors and 3 keys. So let's try. First of all, okay, let's try to either side of this door. Perfect. Gem, key. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. Go over here. That was a waste. Okay, fine. I have 2 more keys. Shit. Got 1 more key. I'm out of keys. Freezer, not good. Bunk room gives me more steps. Yeah, because it counts as 2 bedrooms, so it gave me 10 more steps. Gems. Nice, but I need keys. I needed to have done the other room, the other doorway. Because what happened was, if you missed it, is that this is nothing. This is nothing, so that was a waste of 2 keys. This gave me things, but it doesn't have the lever, which means that the door behind which is the lever is this door right here, which requires a key, which I do not have. And I'm not guaranteed any more keys. I can go back to the security office and find out if there's more keys to be had. I will do that after I buy steps at the kitchen. So we're going to go to the kitchen. And basically, at this point, given how much money I have, I'm going to buy all the steps I can get. There we go. That's all. So 61 steps. So I've got plenty of steps now. I may have spent too much money, but you know, I just didn't want to have to worry about it. So now what I can do is go back to the security office. I can try my luck with these other doors to see if any of these are not, you know, do not require a key, you know, and would lead to like a utility closet or something like that. But I need to get a key somewhere because I have to get the lever here. But I have steps with which to play with, so. And what going back to the security office does for me is, first of all, it's not really out of my way because I need to try this doorway anyway. And this doorway is that if it says, hey, there's still more keys, well, those keys are probably not in the Great Hall because I think I found, you know, most of the stuff in the Great Hall other than the lever. That means there might be a key spread by the locker room that's in one of these rooms that I have to go hunt down, right? Because I need a key. But I don't want to waste steps if there's just no key to be had. All right, back to the foundation. Ballroom, gallery. The metal detector is nice because I can walk through a room and I'm like, I am not missing any keys because the metal detector would have told me. You know, I can have that kind of assurance. Go to the boiler. This door requires an does not require anything other than we will do the archives because if we draft an archive floor plan, we get reroll die. So sure. Oh, but this is for the whole rest of my time. Ooh, that's bad. Or lose half my feet. Ooh, that's bad. That's a dead end. That's bad. We'll do this. But we're not going to walk through it at the moment. I may have just hampered myself on that. Oops. But I didn't have a reroll die. I gambled. Come over here. We're going to see what the inventory is like. There is 1 key and 2 gems to be had. So those might be elsewhere in the house that I could, with enough steps, and I have a lot of steps at the moment, go find that stuff, right? Fine. Let's hope we can just find that key, right? Okay. Meanwhile, I do have 2 gems. What does this door require? Okay, this requires a key. This requires an access card. This is less important. So I need a key here and I need a key here. So I need 2 keys minimum. Alrighty. So if I go, I can go to through the archives to here and see what that does. Oh, courtyard is always unlocked. So if I go this way, it should be an unlocked door. Drafting Studios 2 gems. I don't want to spend 2 gems. Even though permanently adding a floor plan to the draft pool is nice, I don't want to spend 2 gems. I was hoping there would be a key here. No key, no key, no key. Pantry. It's not saying it's locked. This requires 2 gems, but it's not locked. Servants' quarters is a dead end, but it's 1 key. It's a dead end, but it's 1 key for every bedroom in my house, and the bunk room counts as 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 keys. Yeah, I'll dead end for 5 keys. Hell yeah. Well, it's only giving me 4. No, it's 5. I counted correctly. 5 keys. Perfect. Awesomeness. All the rest of this we've seen. There's no extra gems. I don't like having only 1 gem, but I love having 5 keys. So the question is, do I go and hunt down the remaining gems? Or do I, well, come back here, get the lever, see if there's an accompanying gem where the lever is. We'll just go here. Trying to be efficient. But yeah, getting those 5 keys right now is very helpful. Doesn't give us an access card, but, and we don't have any reroll die, but you know. Ooh, we could spend keys on locker room for potentially access card or gems, but let's go to the Great Hall first. Because we just want to waste all of our steps. We want to like backtrack all the time. That's what we want to do. I mean, obviously not really, but I think I have enough steps at the moment, and it's better because I don't have a way to get any more. But I've got to prioritize. Gives us a gem and the lever. So now what I can do is remember our experiment is if we draft an archived floor plan, we set our dice to 2. Well, now because of this room, we basically off of any doorway, we've got archived floor plans. So what I can do is I can come up here, go over here, draft an archived floor plan, not care what it is, but just draft the archived floor plan so that we get 2 reroll die so that when I come here, I can re-roll into a room that will connect to there, right? Because I don't want to get to here, open, use my key, unlock the door, and then get an only choice of dead-end rooms, or rooms that bend the wrong way, right? Or go straight through but not connect here. Because this is the door that I've opened. So I've got to go here so I can basically guarantee some reroll die. All right. And we're hoping that 2 gems, because really I only need 1 more room, clutch room here. I mean, there's other things that could be accomplished today, but this is what I'm really after. And hopefully I can re-roll into a room where 2 gems is enough and connects from here to here, right? That's the hope. Oh, I'm trying to get to the archives, so it doesn't really matter which way I go, but I'll just go this way. I'm pointing this direction. Okay, I need this to be a not access card doorway is what I need this to be. Okay. Oh, look, a gem. Awesome. Perfect. So okay. See, normally I would say, oh, key, great, sauna, 20 extra feet tomorrow, awesome. But we're going to do the archived floor plan because that will set our reroll die to 2. Oh, and this is clock tower. We like the clock tower. We wanted the clock tower because we wanted to explore the clock tower for a another sanctum key. There should be another sanctum key somewhere around here. We might have to solve a puzzle in order to get it, but for the next 1 minute, you will not lose feet when entering rooms, keys when opening doors, or when drafting. Keys when opening doors, or gems when drafting special rooms. Nice. Okay. But that 1 minute's probably going to expire. I'm looking around for... Okay, I'm going to, while this 1 minute timer is going, because I can come back to this room, I'm going to go ahead and utilize this time to do that final room. Maybe. Get from here to where? I'm trying to get to the boiler room. Go through the boiler room. I cannot navigate. No. I ran out of time. We are not going to chance this, so we're going to redraw. Maid chamber. Maid chamber gets us there. Extra fee because it is a bedroom. There's no keys, no gems. That's fine. But what it does is gives us this. Increases our allowance, a basement key, which we probably won't use today, but we've got anyway. And room 46, which will give us this key. And I could spend some time. This is what I was saying when in the gallery we had the painting was basically of this scene, and this reminds us that, oh, the wagon, the rose, the apple, they're all red, right? And that's what that was there to remind us of. I don't have any more clues on this. I'm not going to waste time on that. I don't know what to do with this. So basically, I'm not going to do anything more in this room at the moment because I don't know how to. Don't know why this is set this way. That's odd. 130, and this is just kind of like stuck at an angle. And this is like 135, or these are all 130. This is moving. These are not. So I wonder if in the clock tower I need to like maybe change the hands to 130. Maybe that's the clue there. We're gonna try that. Let me take a screenshot of this. So when we go back to the clock tower, we go, hey, does this do a thing for us? Okay, so we've accomplished a lot that we set out to accomplish today, and the day is not done yet. Okay, so now we come back through here. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back to the clock tower for a minute to try to, you know, see if I can get a, because when I go to the sanctum, I want to be able to use as many sanctum keys as possible, and the clock tower, I think, has a sanctum key. We've got two sanctum keys. We've got this sanctum key and this sanctum key. So, and we've got a basement key, but we should be able to, there's, according to the hint, there's another sanctum key available in the clock tower. So that's, I want to try to find or get that one if I can. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Okay. So 130. That's what this is like showing, right? Just making sure there's nothing like down here. Our stopwatch just came and went because that was a, we didn't get to choose when to activate it. I wish we got to choose when to activate the stopwatch. But we did not get to choose. So I go up here. I'm not seeing a way to manipulate these gears. Do I need to turn power on? And there's a boiler room. I wonder if I need to turn power on via boiler room. I mean, the boiler room is literally right there. It's not much of a detour to try that. I'm just looking for things to manipulate here. Is there anything I can manipulate? I swear there's a key hidden here in the clock tower. I'm gonna go to the boiler room and see what I can do there. Oh, this doesn't work without the... I need to do this. But now I can't get here. No, I can now. Okay. That doesn't seem to do anything with that. Okay. Before I leave here, what else can I explore? I think this is the right direction to send power in, because the fact that the room next to this is all lit up with power. The archives is all lit up with power. So the boiler room sent power to the archives. Which means that if power was going to go to the clock tower, it'd have to come through the archives to the clock tower. So I think that's the correct direction to send power. I could try sending power to the pump room. Does the pump room presently have power? I don't know what else to do in this clock tower. Shoot. I really wanted to find that key. I want something here to be manipulative. I gotta watch my steps, but let's go over to pump room and see what's going on there, power-wise. To get to the pump room, I have to go this way. Yeah. I have extra keys I could use in the locker room, but I'm holding on to those keys in case I need them. Pump room does not have power. This would be this would relay power. So if I change I will be right back. It's starting to rain and my dog is outside and she's not going to be happy about that. Guaranteed. Guaranteed she's not happy right now. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Brought my dog in, gave her some food. She's all soaking wet. It's pouring out there. It just went from nothing to pouring like instantly. I changed the direction of power in the boiler room. Now I want to go back to the pump room, see if that made any difference. But I've only got 20 steps, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, well, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, or that'd be like leaving me 8. That's maybe cutting it too close. That might be too many steps, honestly. Reason being is that, well, see, we have to do some walking around in the underground, and then we're going to open doorways, and those could cost steps and stuff, so. I will leave the pump room power question alone for the moment. That's like gambling too much. That's pressing my luck too much. I'm just going to go to the foundation with my remaining steps. This requires an access card, so I'm not going to, and I don't have one, and I'm not going to look in the, I can go to the locker room and spin keys trying to find an access card, but what's this room going to really do for me? So I'm not going to bother with that. So we'll just be happy with all this. We've had a lot of success today, so we're going to be happy with that, and we're just going to make ourselves happy with that success. Oh, I don't want to go to the cloister. Where do I want to go? I want to go back to the boiler room is what I want to do. Sorry. Boiler room. No, cloister was fine. Yeah, cloister goes here. Yeah, okay. Cloister was fine. I don't know why I was second guessing myself on that. Okay. Cloister. And then to here, and then yeah. Okay. I mean, boiler room, cloister, boiler room or cloister, either way is going to get me to here. Straight through here. We've accomplished a lot today. Between the gallery and the drawing room safe and we've got 2 sanctum keys because we got to the antechamber. We increased our allowance. Now we're going to go to the underground. Oh, we got the pump room, so we're going to see what difference that makes with the reservoir. It should at least be reduced. Even if we can't do anything more, we should at least see, oh, look, there's stuff down there. Right? One moment. My dog's going somewhere and she shouldn't. Sorry, I think there was like some thunder or something, and her little bed is right by the door to the outside, so I think she just got spooked and she like got up out of her bed and like she's paralyzed, but she drags herself with her front paws. It's very pathetic looking. Yeah, I mean I love her. It's endearing, but point being is that she was like going places that she really shouldn't. Okay, so okay. Oh, so we can get down. See, the water is much reduced. But how do we get over here is the question. Probably one of those. Oh, I mean, is it just these steps right here? Yeah, okay. See, you can see how my step count is only 12. And I'm going down and stuff. This is why I didn't want to detour. Okay. So we need the rest of this water. Oh, there's stuff down there. Look at all that stuff down there. Trunks. All kind. Yeah, there's trunks and things down there. Just spread throughout. We need to get rid of the last of this water. So I don't know how to do that yet, because we have to get the other thing online in the pump room, and I don't know how to do that. She's out of her bed again. I'm gonna try ignoring her for the moment. No, Buffy, go back to bed. Buffy, go to your bed. Buffy, go to your bed. I think she's getting there, and she's going to where, like, she can look up to the loft where I am, and I think she's like, "Come down here and comfort me during the storm." Is I think what she's saying, but we're close to being done this day, I think. So we want to get over here, because remember, I had already opened room 46, right, which let us do the thing there. But now what we need to do is we need to get to the sanctum, which is, oh, right, through here. We have to go back to where the lever is, because that is the sanctum room. So this will be our return trip here, but we had to do it in this order because we needed to open room 46 in order to get the sanctum key before we could come back here to use the sanctum key. So this can't be done in one trip. It has to be done in 2 trips. So we have 2 keys. We're going to use this sanctum key. You'll permanently open one door in the inner sanctum. Do you wish to use it on this door? Oh, okay. We could use it on any door. Do we know which door we want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah. Oveneveri. So it's a door for each realm. There's a door associated with each realm. This is Orenda. Orenda Ares, Fen Ares, Arch Ares, Iraja, Kurarika, Morajai, Vera, whatever, and Nuance. I will open this one. This could be a mistake, but I've done it. Ah. Cool. What's this do? Oh. I need to set this to the right pattern. Okay. Ah, I see. One moment, let me consult my notes. So I know the Fen Ares pattern, so that's probably another one I should do. The next one I should do is Fen Ares. This is permanently open, so let me leave this one and go, let's do Fen Ares, because I have the Fen Ares pattern. let me first of all, let me see what all patterns I have. One moment. I definitely have pictures of the Fen Ares rune. So that one I can confidently do. The others, I think I probably need to guess. I have to take what I know about the other realms and construct the proper rune for them, would be my guess. But Fen Ares, I think straight up have. No, straight up know what that one is. I'm trying to find the second passport. There were two passports. I think they have the same crest. I think they're both Fen Ares, but I should have photos of both. Yeah, it's the same crest on both. Okay. So what I will do is I'm just going to do Fen Ares because I know it. Oh, it's not giving me the option of using the key there. Huh. Oh, I really thought key 8, I really thought was one of these sanctum rune keys. Oh. So I should have used the first one that I got, not on this door, but on this door, because I know this door. Oops. Bad choice. We're going to make do. So, we're going to try to puzzle this out. So, what do we know about Orinda? Roman rune. Let's get her a copy of Roman rune and try to piece this out. So this would be a train system. So the rays. No, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. No. Oh, okay. There we go. So that number 3 rays because it's a rail system. The weather, it's foggy. I'm gonna leave that. and it prided itself on Orenda's black, so it's the dots on here. Yeah, the alternating large and small dots means black. That's the color for Orenda. And then the moats. Orenda was not martial. It was not, I don't think it was agricultural or tribal. It was... Was it industrial or poetic? I want to say industrial, so let's do... Okay, so if it's not industrial, I've got the color right. I think I'm pretty sure about the railways. Because 3 means railway, right? Train system. I don't think the weather would actually change between it being Orenda Aries and Finn Aries. I don't think that would change the weather. I'm going to change it to wavy lines for heat, because there's a poem that says that talks about in fog, but in light, you know, in heat and fire. So, oh, I didn't mean to change that. We know this is black. I meant to change oh, there's multiple things changing at once. Oh, okay, so we're gonna leave that, and then no, we don't want it that. And then change this back to black. And then change this to industrial. Okay, so what was... So I'm going to try the different moat combinations. I'm close enough that I can trial and error some of this, I think. This is spiritual. Nah, it's not spiritual. Poetic. Oh, in the clock tower, it showed me a thingy. It was like a flower. It was a flower. But anyway, let's try. It's not tribal. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I meant to do that. Okay, so we're going to go back to... Oh, this has to be black. There we go. Metropolitan. Same weather. Okay, same railway, same weather, but metropolitan. So foggy. Yeah. And then is exciting stuff, guys. I think so. Why isn't it lit? It's not. Why is it not pasting? Okay, come on. Let's try this again. But for some reason I'm taking the screenshot and then it's not pasting into my Excel's spreadsheet, and I do not know why. Wow. It will not let me paste the screenshot. Let me take the screenshot. Says I've taken the screenshot. Okay. Come over here. And it will not let me paste said screenshot. That is weird. Why won't it let me paste the screen? Okay, well, let me paste this screenshot. No. It just has decided that no more screenshots. No more pasting. Can I make a new document? Did I reach a limit for the document? Apparently I reached the limit for the document, because if I create a new Google Sheets, now it lets me paste it. Any rate, so this says Black Bridge, hotel and spa, 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the old kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Herbert. So that's Blackbridge, right? Okay, so he started in Blackbridge. Let's... Arenda Aries. Try to get that stamp. I can't believe I have to make a whole separate another document because I just have been doing too many screenshots, apparently. All right, so we're going to go back to, now that I know that I wasn't able to paste because of some sort of document limit. Let me do this. Okay. All right, so that's cool. And we get to... walk over here. So that's gonna, when we go back to room 46 at some point, and we want to do that 8 realms in 8 months, it's gonna be these postcards. So it's gonna be, we have to do all the sanctum rooms first, I think. Morajai box, right? let's get this out of the way. Okay. Due to the overwhelming amount of artifacts bearing the Arinda area sigil that were destroyed after the war, more giant puzzle boxes featuring the infamous black symbol are among the rarest and most valuable collectors can acquire. When black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right as if on train rails. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. No, okay, I got it. So, okay, so I need to get all four corners black. I know that. don't know how to. I don't know how they all manipulate because it's not making entire sense to me. It seems that the corners, like, randomly exchange. Sometimes here, sometimes there. I don't know. I don't know the pattern in yellow or green. Okay. Clicking yellow there does nothing. Clicking green here. Green here. Why does clicking green here do something? Oh, well, let's stop there. Whatever I did, that worked. Ah, increase our allowance again. Nice. So our allowance should be up to like 17 or something. Okay, I have 10 steps. I really thought key 8 was for one of these sanctum rooms, but it's not. Oh, you know what? Key 8 is probably for room 8. It's the room 8 key. It's to unlock that puzzle. So what I need to do is, I don't have another doorway with a key. If I had another doorway with a key, I could. So I have to get key 8 on another day, and then use it in a locked door, and then that will spawn puzzle room 8. That's what it is. And then that puzzle room might probably that puzzle room. Then, according to the poem, is the one that has the sanctum key. Because at the very last one, it says the last room is beyond room 8. Well, room 8 is, yeah. So I have to get this key, and then I have to get in the room 8. Okay, but I don't have. This is an access card doorway. I don't have any other doorways. So it's not something I can do today, but just next time I get the gallery, I just have to remember to actually do that. But still, we were very successful today. Is there anything else we can do? I mean, I don't think there was anything else to be gleaned there, so. But we know the crest for Arinda, or the rune. We've worked out the rune for Arinda. Railways, foggy, metropolitan, black banner. All good stuff. We know that we need to figure out how to drain the reservoir the rest of the way. Draining it partially revealed that we could walk down there, but, which we kind of knew. But it doesn't actually let us do anything. There's nothing we can do at this point. Right? There's all kinds of chests down there. We can see that now. And we know that there's some specific location at the bottom of the reservoir. We had a map that kind of pointed that out to us. Plus, like, somewhere probably in all of these chests is a sanctum key. I just don't know how to pump out the rest of the reservoir. Alright, so let's, with our remaining steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe we get to the pump room? No, we've got 7 steps. I mean, I'll head that direction, but it seems like the day will end before we get back to the pump room. I really thought we were unlocking 2 sanctum, doors. And in theory, we could have had understood how the room 8 key actually worked. If I'd understood how the room 8 key actually worked, and I probably, if I'd thought about it for a minute, I probably would have figured or realized, but I didn't. I got excited and just made assumptions, bad assumptions. So, oh, why am I in the Great Hall? Great Hall doesn't help me. That's just wasting steps. Okay, so I needed to go this way. I'm going to run out of steps before I can do anything more, but that's fine. Oh, I can go to... No, if I go to the locker room, I can use keys. I have 3 keys. Why not use keys? Use. Coins that I will lose at the end of the day. I have so many coins that I'm going to lose. Use a key. Why not? More coins. Use the final key. Why not? Nothing. No more keys. Ah, sad. Like, if I had a piece of fruit, that would have given me, like, more steps, but I don't have a piece of fruit. This ends my day. One shy of the pump room again. Okay. We are calling it a day, but it was a good day. Day 36 was a good day. I have to figure out why I can't put more images in my Google Sheet, but hopefully I'll solve that before you get around to looking at my notes. All right. Mount Holly, Baronio Inn, 6 bedrooms, total rooms 39, rank reached 10, steps taken 179, items found 13. Cool. All right, thanks for being with me for day 36. We'll see you for day 37. Have a good one.